We are on our way. Which way are we going here? Where does your card tell me which way we're going?
Going north.
We're going north, right. We're going north. It's so funny. We were watching the weather app. Weird weather down here the last 2 days. We were watching the weather app. It's going to be 32 degrees or 1 Celsius on Friday. It was 25 degrees. It is 8 o'clock at night and it's 70 still as we head north. So weird. So, they had a tornado, I think, or at least a vicious windstorm. Yeah.
What's a tornado?
A tornado? A tomato or a tornado? The spin? Oh, you already know what it is. It spins. It's a windstorm. It spins. Thank you for the graphics. A tornado. So, what? Can you say Kentucky? Kentucky? Kentucky. Kentucky. So we're leaving Kentucky, and last night, Kentucky. Yeah, we're leaving Kentucky now, and. So they had a windstorm. I don't know if they had a tornado, but they had a vicious windstorm and tore up all the fences at Judy Chafee's place. I saw on Facebook. Hope nobody was hurt. Feel bad for her. She seems like a really nice lady. And the Red Mile, I guess, lost some fence posts or fencing of some sort. So it's the weather here just gets angry. There's no little rainstorm. There was a few little drops, and then it was just this torrential downpour. Off and on throughout the card, and man, it really let loose. Anyway, we get to the track today and it's sunny. I'm like, oh my god, it was supposed to rain. I'm so glad that we missed the rain. It's not going to rain now, and just a chance. So I warm up. Lover's Place warms up awesome. She's got such a slick gait. It's really, to me, it is so hard to believe that a filly that went through such a traumatic thing that she went through last year. Now she's fat. She how good she looks.
Yeah.
Fat, shiny, warmed up good. She was blowing a lot after the warm up, but it's so hot down here. I look left leaving the gate. A bunch of them are on the run and out of gear, and I'm like, geez, we're going to get a good trip here. I see the 5 leave. He loops the 4. The 4 is trotting. There's a horse on the inside of me that's getting away 3rd. I might be able to get away 4th. But as I go to look, and I don't want to snatch her up real quick, as I go to look, Devin Thorpe looks over his shoulder and looks to me like he's maybe going to release me, and maybe he'll come back around, get away in the 2-hole. So I just tap her on the tail, and she takes off. So she's trotting perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, slick as a button. We get to the turn, and the horse in the 2-hole makes a break, as Devin is now grabbing his horse. I don't know which one you mean. We'll look for hotels in a second, all right? Because I don't think we're going to continue on until 3:37 in the morning when it says we'll get home.
Wait, this big.
Oh, this big. Okay, we'll look for one that big along the way. All right? So, as Devin is grabbing his horse, now there's a 2-hole, but now it's kind of diminished because he's waiting for me, and I'm like, and as I go to grab her, she just put a step in, just kind of little transitional. She just got out of gear for a stride, and I lost her. I'm so mad at myself, but she really didn't give me much warning. And then, she did make another break in the middle of the straightaway, but I think that had nothing to do with that. Pulling up, she was making a noise. We scoped her, and she had some pimples and a couple of ulcers. Nothing serious going on. Just a little sinus infection. The doctor said. So she gave her a shot of antibiotics. And the only crappy thing is she has to qualify now. But man, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this filly. She's got such a beautiful gait. I can't believe she trots so good on that leg, but she does, and she wants to be a horse. I can tell you that. Wants to be a racehorse. So I was very disappointed she made a break, but as I'm trying to cut myself some slack too as I go over the race. I'm like, yeah, I could have got away 5th, but then you're gonna get jammed behind a bunch of horses, and she could have made that break anywhere. She did make one in the middle of the straightaway for no particular reason after, so I'm going to cut myself some slack, even though I was a little disappointed. We'll get her qualified next week. And then Kings County was awesome. Johnny looked left like he was going to get in the 2-hole. I said, there's no vacancies, bud. We're all full up here. I can't help you out. And
turns out that wasn't the best spot.
No, he got jammed, and he wanted at them down, or getting into the last turn. I said, I can't possibly move him out of the 2-hole. One of the favorites on the front, the favorite coming first over, I'm not coming in on the greatest form, but he raced so good. You know, Eric was happy, I was happy. He's going to be able to do in the open. You know, make no mistake. I'm not going to say, oh, he'll kill them. No, but he's going to be. I'll tell you what, Perlucky was fairly handy last year without even winning a race, I don't think, at Oak Grove. This guy will fare better, I think, at Oak Grove than Perlucky did last year. Now, it's hard to compare year to year, different horses. But Kings County, that was somewhat shades of the old Kings County. So he's looking good now. Happy with what I saw from him. Happy that he get over the track well. And really looking forward to the rest of the season now. A couple of people asked me, are you coming down next week? I really don't know if I am yet, right? It's a long truck, I'll be honest. To drive straight through from Northfield to Oak Grove Raceway is 7+ hours. By myself in a car, 7+ hours. With the kids, 4 years. 4 years it took. No, they were pretty good. But for me to leave Oak Grove, now remember, it's an hour. There's an hour time change, right? So I'm not getting home. If we drove straight home right after the races, I get home around 2 o'clock. So now you're looking at potentially getting a hotel room or something, driving all night. I mean, that will wear on me pretty quick.
And then you go to the Meadows for the rest of the week. So
and then I go to the Meadows Wednesday. No, you do Wednesday morning, but Amy's right. It's we'll see. I'll do what I can because you guys know when the babies go down, when Kentucky starts, then I'll have to go down. So I can always fly down also. Listen, if it looks like Kings County's in a good spot, and Brace is in a good spot, we're going to qualify some horses, I can fly into Nashville. I can do that, but it's not super cheap, right? Flight's got to be $600-700. Car's got to be $150. Hotel, I can stay at the track for $100, but still, you're looking at $1,000 weekend tacked on to bills for me to be there. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We have options, and if I need to be down here, then I can do one or the other. We'll see. But Kings County race good. Now, Brace, track is starting to really give away. I thought they'd cancel. Track is not in great shape. He got rough 5-6 times coming off the gate. He got rough in the first turn. I had to let everybody that wanted in virtually got a free pass. I got away 7th. Then down the backstretch, he's starting to thaw out a little bit. Feels good. I'd said to Eric after, I wonder, did he tie up a little bit on the ship down? Because I don't remember. I've seen Brace get pacey and make a break. I've seen him make breaks. But I've never seen him get rough like that and then thaw out as the mile goes on and finish up strong. When I got him out in the 3-wide path, he just took off and was gone. There was around the last turn, it was a no-doubter. He was going to be 3rd. But if I get him out down the backstretch with clear sailing, as the crow flies, as they say, I win. I think I run Johnny down. But the start was terrible. Terrible at the start. So I don't think we need to make a whole lot of changes with Brace. I told Eric maybe he was catching the bell boots. Sometimes we trim the bottoms up about maybe that much. Sometimes they do catch them. I don't think that was it. I can't say it wasn't it.
I'm wearing those.
But those were brand new bell boots and they were a little bit longer.
They're not the ones I said.
Nope. I don't think they were. These were brand new black bell boots, and they were, when we come off the track, I looked down and there was a little lip there. There was a little bit extra there. But I find it, you would think when he put 5-6 steps in, he would have chunked a hole out of those bell boots if he was grabbing the bell boots. And I don't think that was it. I think you could talk me more into the fact that maybe he tied up a hair when he was shipping down or something, and he was a little stiff. That one you could convince me of, I think. But either way, he didn't race horrible. Closing in, 1:55 closing in, it's nothing to scoff at. First start back, I wouldn't say that was a bad mile. I wish I had been as conservative with Lover's Play. She just, I told you guys I was super conservative with Militant because he didn't feel great in the warm-up and then raced okay. Lover's Play felt awesome in the warm-up. Felt awesome right up until the point she wasn't. So, take my medicine and qualifier and miss a week. But man, she is going to be where does it tell me to go? Elizabethtown. She is going to be a really, really nice filly to race. Such a treat to drive too, aside from the break. So we had a couple of 5ths, a couple of 3rds, a break this weekend. We have Green Tea coming down next week. Lonely Lakewood is slated to come down here. Now he's just getting cleaned up from that throat operation. And if we're coming down and I'm coming down to qualify the filly, then maybe Lonely Lakewood can qualify down here. But that's not a given. That's still up in the air. It's up in the air. So a decent weekend for us. Not the greatest weekend overall. I've had better, but we've had worse. So, Yo Mister was a winner. We had a couple of seconds in a win yesterday. Was it a couple of seconds? No. We had 2/5 in a win yesterday. Right. 2/5 in a win. Who was the other horse? No, we had a win, a second, and 2/5 yesterday. And a couple of thirds today. So, a decent run. A decent run so far as we start Kentucky. Not quick off the gate, much like Brace's race today. That's how we started here in Kentucky. But you know what? Not disappointed with anybody. Well, that's not true. Let's say we can find a spot for everybody next week to be happy. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys had a lot of fun tuning in. It was a rather wet day in Kentucky, but not the end of the world.